Paleolithic era, Stone Age. You wake up in a cave, no phone, no house, no shoes. The first thing you'd notice is the silence. Then the cold, then the spears. Congratulations, you have just been reborn 30,000 years ago, and humanity hasn't invented mercy yet. You're not dying of disease, war, or car accident. You're dying because you went to sleep near the wrong campfire. Your neighbors are rival tribes who think fire is magic and strangers are demons. If they spot you, expect a rock to the head at Mach 2 before anyone even asks your name. But if you do manage to avoid the murder-happy caveman, nature will just finish the job on their behalf. Temperatures drop below freezing, and the only insulation you have is mammoth skin and regret. You're starving because nobody invented farming yet. And hunting means chasing elk barefoot for 10 miles until you become the hunted. If by some miracle you live long enough to grow old, which was around 25 in 10,000 BCE, your teeth rot out, your bones snap from vitamin deficiency, and your tribe probably leaves you behind for slowing them down. Average cause of death? Injury, infection, or rock-to-the-face syndrome. Ancient Greece. Flash forward roughly 2,400 years. Olive trees, philosophy, democracy. It's beautiful, until you realize you've been drafted into a phalanx, their army. Greek warfare is the original meat grinder. You're shoulder to shoulder with 300 dudes, each sweating under bronze armor, holding a spear, trying not to die from heat stroke before the stabbing even starts. If that doesn't kill you, the water probably will. Ancient Athens sewers are basically open-air art installations, just not the good kind. Typhoid, dysentery, parasites, all included free with citizenship. And let's say you avoid all that and live to 40. Then one day, Socrates convinces your friend group to question everything. You make a bad joke about the gods, and suddenly you're on trial for impiety, drinking hemlock like it's Gatorade. Beautiful civilization, terrible life expectancy. The Roman Empire. Now we're in Rome, the city of marble, conquest, and spectacular ways to die. Your first risk? Infrastructure. Step outside your home, slip on horse manure, and boom, infected ankle. No antibiotics, no problem. You just invented sepsis. But Rome's creativity really shines in its executions. Crucifixion, beheading, wild animal fights, all considered public entertainment. If you're lucky, you die quickly on the battlefield. If not, you're tied to a stake in the Colosseum while a lion reenacts dinner. And that's before we even get to Roman medicine. Doctors would literally balance your humors by draining blood out of your body until you stopped complaining or stopped breathing. Oh, and if you live near Pompeii, you die in 79 AD covered in molten ash. Rome might have conquered the world, but the world will conquer your immune system first. Feudal Japan. Time travel about 709 years. You've respawned in feudal Japan. The air smells of pine, incense, and quiet tension. It's peaceful until it isn't. Beneath the calm lies a culture built entirely around honor, discipline, and the art of dying beautifully. If you're born a samurai, your life's purpose is to serve and die correctly. Lose a duel? Die with honor. Insult your lord? Die with honor. Misplace his teacup? Same thing. The most respected exit is seppuku, ritual suicide. You kneel, unsheath a short blade, and slice your stomach open while maintaining absolute composure. Flinch, and you disgrace your family. Hesitate, and your appointed second, the keishakunin, finishes the job with a clean decapitation. But not everyone gets to die so elegantly. Peasants face famine, plague, and taxes that could make death look like mercy. A bad harvest means starvation. A passing daimyo's army means your entire village becomes kindling. Medicine barely exists. A broken leg earns rice wine and prayer. Infections are treated with herbs and superstition, and childbirth has the survival odds of a sword fight. Even the cities are deadly. Kyoto and Edo are wooden tinderboxes where one candle can erase thousands of lives in minutes, while earthquakes and tsunamis take care of the rest. Still, it's all strangely poetic. Cherry blossoms fall like snow, monks chant under mountain temples, and warriors sharpen their blades under the same moon that will one day watch them die. In feudal Japan, life was fragile, death was ritual, and honor was worth more than breath itself. The Aztec Empire. Now we're in 15th century Mexico, where the sun god literally demands blood. The Aztec Empire was gorgeous, pyramids, astronomy, art, and absolutely obsessed with sacrifice. You could be chosen at random to be marched up the temple steps, have your chest opened with obsidian, and your still beating heart raised to the heavens. And that's just ritual death. Everyday life wasn't much safer. Infections from wounds, snake bites, diseases from Europeans, take your pick. Ironically, the Aztecs were incredibly advanced in hygiene. They bathed daily. Didn't matter though, one conquistador with smallpox was deadlier than all their gods combined. Your odds of survival? Statistically, the same as a can of beer at a baseball game. The Dark Ages, medieval Europe. Now we enter the period historians call the long nap of civilization. The Dark Ages were basically 500 years straight, played on hardcore mode. If you were lucky enough to be made a knight, surprisingly, your chance of death in battle was only around 5 to 10%. Some historians speculating as high as 30%. However, even if you survived that, the plague, famine, superstition were all waiting back at home to welcome you. It's like life was speedrunning ways to kill you. You die from rats because they carried fleas, because they carried bacteria. And if you somehow dodge the Black Death, there's always the Inquisition, where being suspiciously literate could get you barbecued for witchcraft. Dentistry didn't exist, medicine involved leeches, and doctors operated with equipment that looked suspiciously like gardening tools. Average lifespan, 30 years. Average dental plan, wooden spoon and prayer. The Renaissance/Victorian era. Finally, civilization awakens after 500 years of chivalry, kind of. Science, art, invention, industrialization, and 1,000 new ways to die. Let's start with fashion. Corsets crush your lungs, wigs contain arsenic, and makeup literally poisons your bloodstream. But at least you look fabulous. The streets are lined with horse manure, soot, and cholera. Every time you drink water, you're gambling with bacteria. And if you work in a factory, you're inhaling lead, mercury, and asbestos. Surprise. Medicine's getting better, sort of. Doctors are experimenting with anesthesia by testing chloroform on themselves. And if they don't wash their hands after surgery, spoiler, they don't, you get infected and die beautifully ignorant. By the Victorian era, humanity had invented steam, electricity, and the art of dying tragically in style. Congratulations! You've made it all the way through humanity's greatest hits. No more spears, plagues, or ritual sacrifices. We have medicine, electricity, DoorDash, and somehow we're still dying. Just more efficiently. Let's look at your odds in our modern era. Number 3, lifestyle death, heart disease, diabetes, obesity, all the rewards of surviving long enough to have DoorDash. Our ancestors starved to death, we scroll to death. The weapon isn't a sword anymore, it's the couch. Number 2, technological death, distracted driving, workplace accidents. Machines were supposed to save us, now they just keep us busy while they quietly replace us, and on occasion take a few of us out. Number 1, psychological death, depression, loneliness, anxiety, invisible killers that don't leave scars. You're surrounded by billions of people, yet somehow more isolated than a caveman. You don't need a volcano, plague, or battle anymore, just a screen, a feed, and too much time to think. So yes, you've survived spears, swords, smallpox, and smog, only to be undone by your own comfort. If you made it to the end, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, I would love if you hit the subscribe button, as it would help out a ton, and I will be uploading every single week. Until next time, don't die and never stop learning.